Steve, in the post-match, one or two of the fans described it as an arm wrestle. Would you refer to today's game as that?
Yeah, I suppose they're pretty much right with that. It certainly was one in the first half, I felt. And if it was an arm wrestle, and we want to use that terminology, which is quite good, so we may as well stick with it, I would say that they had the bend on us in the first half, only slightly. I think that we both looked like we were feeling each other out in the first half. That's what happens when you get a 3-5-2 playing a 3-5-2. Sometimes you can cancel each other out. But I thought they were slightly better than us in the first half as regards their use of the ball. But I felt as though we were the better side in the second half. So I suppose all in all you can look at it and think that maybe a draw was a fair result. But I'm not quite sure if I was to say that. I think we deserve to win that game 2-1 today.
And Tyrone's chance is presumably the one you're referring to?
Yeah, probably, yeah. But we've had a couple of other balls that have gone whizzing across the box as well. I suppose you could say they have. But I just think we perhaps deserve to nick the game today. I think they're a good side, Preston. Very good side. I think that if it gets to the playoffs, I would fancy them.
Uncanny similarity about the goals too, deflections on both.
You just said that to Wade Elliott. He said there was no deflection on his. Yeah, I mean, the boys, when they've come out and tried to charge down the shot, there's nothing they can do about that. And Frankie's got no chance of that. I mean, probably another half a yard or someone closing down with a bigger backside, that goes over the crossbar. But I thought it would have been unjust today if we'd have lost that, for sure.
A substitution at half-time presumably was because Adam had a yellow card.
Yeah, he'd had a yellow card, and I'm a little bit, when you've got games like this, I mean, the last thing we need to do is to go down to 10 men. So, I was very mindful of that, and just decided to make the change. I mean, I hummed and hawed a little bit about it at half-time, but I didn't want to take the chance in the end.
And the substitutions that you tried to make in the second half to try and win the game, when Tyrone hadn't been on long, when that chance fell to him, was it a shot from Scott Wagstaff that fell to him, do you think, or was it just a ball that he helped on?
We're on about Tyrone Barnett's chance.
Yeah,
it was a pullback, wasn't it? It was a pullback where he's run onto. You were muddling me up there, Ian. I'm not quite sure where you were coming from with that one. It was a pullback, wasn't it? And he's got on the end of it. So it was Scott Wagstaff who actually missed the pullback. So those chances happen. If he's a yard closer to the goal, he smashes that in the top corner. He's a yard further back, it ends up going over the bar. But like I said, I was happy with us today against a very good team. The first half could have been a little bit, as you say, the arm wrestling. It was a little bit like that. But I certainly thought in the second half we were the better team.
So further cause for encouragement as far as you're concerned.
Well, there's a lot of work to be done, and I don't think we're anywhere near where we would want to be and where we would want to be when we potentially complete this and get this train going again. But it's taken a long time to get it going. It's been going backwards down the track for a good few years now. So it's not going to happen overnight. I'm very mindful of that, and it's going to take time and patience, and probably more of mine than I want to give all the time.
You'd like to be where Preston are at the moment in 12 months' time, wouldn't you?
Well, I'd like to be there now. I don't know about 12 months' time.
But you get the idea that
what you mean is, would I take it?
They are where you.
Where are they? Fourth?
They're fourth. They're fifth at the moment.
I don't know then. I'm not sure about that.
Well, they're automatically in the playoffs.
No, they've done very well. I know what you're saying. We could play with that one all day. I'm having a bit of banter with you there, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they've had a very, very good season, haven't they? 20 wins, 16 draws, 5 defeats. They've got a good spirit going amongst them. You can see that.
So plans now for Walsall next Saturday?
Of course, yeah. Start planning for that. The minute we finish the game, we start looking towards that one and start mapping out next week now.
Thanks very much.
Pleasure.
Quite a few of the other teams below you have won today, Steve. But it's still not done and dusted yet. There's some work.
No, I've never said it was. Never said it was done and dusted. We know that. We're very mindful of that. So no, we're.
You've got opportunities against teams below you to come.
Yeah, we've got that. We've also got an opportunity that if we, had we won a game today, we would be joint 12th, wouldn't we? Which is mid-table. So, it's very tight down the bottom there. And the one good thing about English football is, the English players are honest to the core, aren't they? So they're never ever going to give up. We are a nation of fighters. So every game's going to be tough. We know that.
Wade, it's not just because he scored today, but Wade Elliott has consistently done well for you since he's got his match fitness back. Is that someone you'd like to have involved beyond the end of the season if the opportunity arose?
Wade Elliott did well for me in about 2005 and 2006 and 2007 as well. So I've known Wadey for a long, long time. So, when I bring Wade Elliott into our dressing room, not only do I bring quality, I bring in a top class lad. You know, I mean, you can't beat experience. But if you've got experience out there on the pitch with some of those younger players as well, you know, he will help them, which I knew he would do. I knew he would do. The minute he came in the door, I sat down, had a chat with him, said to him, "This is what I need from you," and he's done that and more. He's an absolute top class lad, and so it's nice to have him around.
He's the one midfield player who can open up a defence with one ball. His pacing of a pass to that is terrific, isn't it?
Well, when you want to play like that, it's handy if you've got a passer in there, and he can do that. He has got those.
Does his age put you off at all, Steve?
Never. I signed Graham Alexander at
Yeah,
36 from Preston,
before, yeah.
Preston,
Yeah.
and he was probably one of my best signings.
When you were at Burnley.
Yeah.
And is
Yeah.
Wade likely to be available, do you know?
Well, we'll wait and see. I mean, you know, we've got a bit more work to do yet, so let's have a little look at that, and then we can sit down at the end of the season. But it'll be the end of the season because it's going on and on. I've said all along that this will probably go on and it'll be settled over Easter, and that's probably when it will be.
He's a great example to the kids, though, isn't he? 'Cause
Fantastic
he's
example.
Look at the nick he's in. And he looks
Fantastic
shows
example.
If you look after yourself, you can have a very good career.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. He's a really fit boy, and I think that he was one actually who benefited from bumping into Graham Alexander. He benefited from that. I think that Graham brought a lot to football. Not only did he bring his 1,000 games, his professionalism from day to day was magnificent, and I think that Wadey, has taken that on board as well. All credit to Wadey as well.
Proper football.
Yeah, proper boy.